So in this video, we are going to be talking about sinusitis, right? Sinusitis is a very, very common uh, problem a lot of people have had, and I've had some people come to me with this problem. So, one question I always have people ask about sinusitis is why does it keep coming back? They take antibiotics, they do their nasal drips, they do all that, and month after month, sinusitis keeps coming back. So what you need to know is that first of all, you need to remove the triggers. There are certain triggers in your environment that is making this infection, this issue stronger and stronger. Now, so treatment is not the only option. So, yes, of course, you have to treat. I understand you have to treat, but you need to know your triggers that is specific to you and remove them. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share a very powerful herbal remedy that you can start today or you can start tomorrow. And in the next few weeks, your sinusitis is going to be cleared. So you just need to hold on, stay with this video. So sinusitis, right? Especially chronic sinusitis is not just an infection; it's inflammation first, right? So when the sinus lining stays swollen and then the drainage of the sinus is narrow and is blocked, bacteria grows. The real question is not how do I kill the infection. The real question is what is keeping my sinus inflamed. That is the real question you should be asking. So I'm going to be sharing triggers, known triggers that you should be avoiding if you're having sinus infection. If you follow these rules, it will make living much easier. So the first thing we're going to talk about is milk. Yes, milk. People with sinusitis infection, avoid milk. Avoid milk. Because milk can thicken the mucus and worsen congestion. So if you're already inflamed, that extra thickness matters. So you need to avoid whether it is full cream milk, any kind of milk. You need to avoid milk totally. That is one of the ways to conquer sinusitis infection. The next one is sugar. Excessive sugar consumption weakens your immune response, right? Temporarily, it promotes inflammatory pathways. It makes your body to be inflamed. It can constantly spike blood sugar, and your immune regulation becomes unstable. So unstable immunity that will mean more flare-ups. So you need to stay away from sugar, every kind of sugar. So not just raw sugar in its form, soft drinks, and anything sugary like that. You need to stay away from them. So another thing you should take note of is inflammatory oils. Highly processed vegetable oils in fried foods increase systemic inflammation, right? So your sinus lining is part of your immune system. So if your body is inflamed overall, your sinus reflects it. So you need to stay away from, certain oils, certain seed oils. You can use beef oil to fry. You can get beef oil to fry and to cook your food. It's much better. Or you stay away from oils as much as you can. Dust and mold. Now this one is huge. Dust and mold, very important. So if you live in a damp house or you use old air conditioners or you sleep in a dusty room or maybe you are inhaling triggers every night, mold especially keeps the immune system in constant alert mode. You cannot heal sinusitis in a mold heavy environment. So if you look at your house, you have mold growing on the walls, especially towards your bathroom. You need to deal with them. I'm going to make a separate video on how to deal with mold in your house using very, very simple elements of things that you have in your home. So another trigger are strong fragrances, air fresheners, scented sprays, strong perfumes. These directly irritate the nasal tissue. Some people I know within minutes of spraying, it triggers them within minutes, right? So this should be avoided as much as possible. Poor sleep. Poor sleep. So lack of sleep increases inflammatory cytokines and your body repairs itself during sleep. But if you don't sleep properly, you're always on your phone, you're not resting, there's no repair, and then there's persistent inflammation, and this in turn will worsen sinusitis. Chronic stress, very, very similar to sleep. So stress dysregulates immune function, right? Some people notice flare-ups after emotionally stressful periods, right? So this is not a concern. You notice that whenever you are stressed or you're emotionally triggered, you notice that the sinusitis symptoms begin to return and begin to increase. So you need to avoid emotional stress when it comes to sinusitis infections. Dehydration, you need to drink a lot of water. So thick mucus does not drain well, right? So hydration thins secretion, and it's a very simple thing. It looks as if it's not, but if you take a lot of warm water, you can take warm water, especially first in the morning. It really helps to lessen the mucus and helps this condition. So how do we handle this problem? So removing triggers is step one. Reducing inflammation is step 2. So, if you are able to conquer these two, then the step 3 is me sharing with you a very, very, very powerful herbal combo that you can use to treat sinusitis, and it's just amazing. I've seen amazing results with some of my clients. But first of all, you need to understand that you need to remove the triggers. You need to identify your own triggers, and you need to remove the triggers. And once you remove the triggers and you use this herbal combination I'm going to teach you, you are going to see results in no time. So I'm going to show you now how to prepare this herbal combo. All right. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to make this perfect sinusitis herbal tea. So here we have black pepper, grounded black pepper. You can see for the camera, grounded black pepper. And here we have turmeric, grounded turmeric. Then we have lime, and we have our warm water, not so hot, not so cold, warm water. So this, you can see the spoon. This is 1/8 of a teaspoon. That's what we're using. That's the measurement, 1/8 of a teaspoon. So you take this, level it like this, 1/8, and you put the turmeric, 1/8, right? And then you take your lime. Don't worry about the seeds, they can go in, you can sieve them out later, you don't have to drink it. So lime, and then your lime again, other half of your lime. All right, so cover your turmeric, and then you just stir. This drink is powerful. So you take this first thing in the morning. When you wake up before any food, you take this first thing in the morning. It's a very powerful combo. So take this also first in the morning, take this for a few weeks, and you'll see that the sinusitis infection is totally gone. All right, so if you have any questions, you need any clarifications, you can leave your comments below this video and I will answer all the questions. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in your sinusitis recovery. Cheers.